We didn't get a chance to go through it all the other day, but you think about it here for a second, right? Like taxes, right? So 1, you get taxed on your paycheck, right? 2, when you spend your paycheck. Taxed when you make money, taxed when you spend money. 3, you get taxed the end of the year. So paycheck is, I believe, federal. This is going to be state and local. So those are your SALT taxes. And then you get taxed at the end of the year, which is also federal. So you get taxed 3 times. The only time where number 3 doesn't happen is if you have a substantial amount of write-offs. Charity, nonprofit organizations. I think if you fall below the poverty line, you don't get taxed at the end of the year. Depending on how many kids/dependents you have, right? You can sometimes not get taxed. Oh, yeah, if you're in school too. School or education. And by school, I mean college, right? And depending on how much like all of this adds up to, you can get tax refund. That's basically what it boils down to. You get taxed a minimum once or twice, and it's crazy what you get taxed on. Property, which includes like your house, if you have a house. Car, I don't believe you get taxed on the amount of money you have in the bank. You have a property tax, you have an income tax, which is how much money you made in the year. You have the sales tax, which is like what I mentioned earlier. This is going to be state and local, right? So when you buy something, also when you sell, because when you're selling, you made a profit, which goes into like income tax, right? So that sort of cycles back around into income. I'm sure I'm missing something here. It feels like there are more, but these are like the 3 big ones, right? Property tax, income tax, and sales tax are the big ones. Sales tax is only state and local. Income and property are federal. Actually, I believe property tax is local as well. Income is federal. The weird thing about property taxes, though, it changes per year based on the value of your property. So property varies by year. And it's crazy because the value of the property you own is theoretical until sold, then it's actual, right? So let's say your house is theoretically worth like $250,000, which is considerably cheap these days. Chances are you're probably not going to sell that house for $250,000, even though you're getting taxed on that $250,000, right? So your house is worth $250,000. You might not sell it. Let's say you end up selling it for $220,000. Again, that's not going to happen these days. But not only have you been taxed every year based on the theoretical value of your house, when you actually sell your house, you get taxed again. Why? Because that's a profit on how much you sold your property for. So when you're not selling your property, it's literally just sitting there, you get taxed on the theoretical value it holds. When you sell it, you get taxed again on the profit you made off of it. So, yeah. Those are US taxes for an adult. It really sucks.